You know, the figure community can get very toxic and very heated over certain subjects, man, and one of those is bootlegs. A very heated topic in the scene for some reason. I kind of have no idea why. Like, I kind of get why people argue with each other over it, but at the same time, it just feels like a waste of time. Like, it's just if you like them, you do. If you don't like them, you don't. Both sides are valid. It doesn't matter. But a lot of people have been saying that bootleg figures are going to be replacing authentic figures and can be better than them. And we're here to see if that's true, all right, with this Mess Toys Mafex Daredevil bootleg, all right? Now, Mess Toys has been very talked about this year in particular because they've been making a lot of great stuff. And a lot of people love that, a lot of people don't. Like I said before, both sides are valid to their own opinions. I feel like there's very normal people on both sides. There's just extremists on both sides. On one hand, you have people that absolutely love bootlegs. They think that they can replace authentic figures, and they feel like people that buy authentic figures are kind of stupid and they're wasting their money. And then on the other hand, you have people that absolutely despise bootlegs. They hate people that buy them. They hate bootlegs just in general, and they feel like buying authentic figures makes them like a superior figure collector, almost as if they're better at collecting figures. They have an ego over this shit, basically. There's a lot of people in the community who have egos, which is like the dumbest thing to me because, dude, it's a community about action figures. They are toys. How do you have an ego over toys? Like, you are genuinely a loser. I'm sorry, but like, let's be real. They're action figures and you have an ego over them. That is crazy, all right? And there's people that have egos on both sides, by the way. That's not just a people that don't like bootlegs thing. That's a just people in general in the scene thing. I had to bring that up because I've seen way too many egotistical people in the scene. Thankfully for me, I haven't really had to talk to them one-on-one. Most of the people I've met in the scene have been solid people, great people to talk to, and I've met a lot of cool people in the scene, but there are a lot of people with egos, unfortunately. I don't know why. It is what it is. And a lot of them are grown men too. These are like some of them are, you know, teenagers, you know, younger people, which I would expect from them. But like, there are a lot of grown men that are like pushing 40 in this scene that have egos, which is so hilarious to me. Like, just leaves me so dumbfounded. But that's besides the point. All right, let's go ahead and get into this review and see if Mess Toys cooked with this bootleg. All right. Now, quickly going over the box, it looks very cool. I like what they did with it, but it will be going in the trash. Unfortunately, I have a rule now. All bootleg boxes will be getting thrown away. I just don't have the space for them. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get this off your screen, but they did do a good job with it. It's cool, etc., etc. Now, the figure outside of the box, from everything I've seen from pictures and videos of the original Mafex Daredevil, he looks pretty damn spot on. He looks very, very good. Sculpt work and everything is solid. Now, to be fair, he's basically just one color, so you could argue that it's not that hard to replicate. I don't know, but I will say he looks pretty damn good for a $25 bootleg, and I have no issues with the sculpt work or paint at all. Nice shading going on throughout it. The Daredevil logo is very cool on the chest. The face sculpts look great, and yeah, he's tall. He's very tall for a 1/12 scale figure. He feels tall in hand, and he looks tall compared to other figures, but I'm pretty sure Daredevil's supposed to be a tall guy, I think, so that's cool. So yeah, overall looks wise and everything, he's solid, and yeah, no complaints at all. Now, when it comes to the articulation, everything is fine for the most part, besides the fact that my right elbow is loose, so there is some QC there. But when it comes to bootlegs, I expect certain things like that. Even CT Toys is gonna mess up. It is what it is. All right, but overall the articulation is fine. Everything works well. The only real thing about Mafex figures or Mafex bootleg figures, whatever, is that I don't really like the articulation when it comes to Mafex figures. I feel like a lot of stuff is really outdated. It feels outdated, especially with the legs. I'm not a fan of the leg system that Mafex uses for a lot of their figures. That's just a personal preference. I don't really like how they move, but for the most part, everything is great here, and you can still get really solid poses though. So I have no real complaints besides just personal issues. Now, when it comes to accessories, I believe this is everything the original one comes with, which is a lot. It's a lot of shit. All right, bunch of different hands, his baton effects, his baton accessories. All right, 3 different face plates, etc. Very, very cool stuff. Don't have much to say because I really don't know a lot about Daredevil. I just picked him up because I always thought Daredevil looked cool. So there is that, but everything here is solid. It works great, and I don't really have much to say on his accessories like I usually do with other figures. Just know that you're getting a lot of good stuff. Now, quickly for some height comparisons, here he is next to some random figures, and yeah, he's tall. All right, he is very, very tall. I'm just going to assume this is lore accurate. He is definitely 1/12 scale. I don't know how tall the original is. I'm assuming it's pretty close to it, but I'm sure the measurements are slightly different from the original in CT, so it is what it is. But overall, I have no issue with the height. Now for my final thoughts, he's a pretty good bootleg, man. All right, I feel like a lot of y'all already expected him to be good, and for the most part, he is solid besides that elbow issue. Other than that, he is a good alternative. That's what I think bootlegs are always going to be. That's what I think they should be. They are good alternatives for cheaper prices, all right? I don't think they're ever going to be better than the original figures, or for the most part, they're not. I feel like there's very rare cases where I like the bootleg more than the original release, kind of with like CT Toys Revoltech Spidey. I think he actually has better QC than the original release from Kyoto. That figure has fallen apart on a lot of people, so I probably wouldn't recommend him, especially with how crazy his resale prices are. But for the most part, bootlegs are a great alternative for a lower price. I mean, if it wasn't for CT or Mess Toys, I probably wouldn't have ever experienced any mafex figures because I'm just not really into mafex figures. There's something that I think is cool from afar. I like seeing other people collect them, but me personally, I don't really care about a lot of the figures that they make. It's just not for me, especially when it comes to those price points. I'd much rather spend that kind of money on like revoltech figures or something from Tamashiinations, etc., all that bullshit, all right? But yeah, overall, the only real point of this video is just be yourself, man. Just buy whatever you want. If you like bootlegs, buy bootlegs, and bootlegs are pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of great bootlegs, and there's still a lot of run-of-the-mill terrible shit there as well. But I mean, I think the only reason why the bootleg argument is even as controversial and heated as it is because bootlegs are becoming really solid. They're actually good quality shit now, or at least decent quality. For the most part, when I was growing up, bootlegs were always garbage. They were only used for customs or fodder. That was it, all right? They were never good. They were never going to be even close to the original releases. They were always going to be bad. We just now live in a time period where bootlegs are actually starting to become very solid figures that you can buy and kind of get the overall gist or the overall same experience as the original release, which I think is a beautiful thing. So yeah, man, that's very cool. But if you don't like bootlegs, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that either. You don't have to buy that shit. Perfectly fine. I don't think there's any issue with not liking bootlegs. So yeah, man, basically just be yourself, enjoy life, stay safe, and don't stress about stupid shit, man. This is a community, it's a hobby, it's a small thing, small part of your life, and you know, just enjoy it, man. Don't stress yourself out about stuff like that. You know, you have a lot more shit to stress out about. Trust me, the world is scary, man. Life is very fucking scary, all right? So worry about that shit instead, all right? Don't stress yourself out about a hobby that's supposed to make you happy. Enjoy your life, enjoy your time here, and keep being you, man. Simple as that, all right? Now, what was I gonna say? Oh, Chipotle. Almost forgot about Chipotle. I should really make this channel just about Chipotle because I'd much rather talk about Chipotle than action figures. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just keeping it a buck. Yeah, this outro's really long. But you know, like and subscribe, all that bullshit. Eat Chipotle, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'm gonna see y'all very, very soon. My nigga, keep being you. Yeah. Chipotle down my throat, nigga, this shit so good. Hot and spicy, ready in your mouth, twin. Yeah, shit going down your throat, shit so good, twin. I know.